I always thought dogs had a sixth sense. They feel things we can't: energy, emotion, even intentions. But I never imagined my dog would be the one to uncover the secret that tore my entire life apart. My name is Brian. I'm 38, a high school English teacher living in the quiet suburbs of Denver. For nearly a decade, I was married to Jenna. We didn't have children, just Max, a golden retriever with more spirit and intelligence than most people I knew. He was our baby, our shadow, our joy. Max knew us, really knew us. Our moods, our habits, the rhythm of our lives. Then came that Tuesday. It was supposed to be just another snowy afternoon. School let out early because of a storm, so I got home sooner than usual. As I pulled into the driveway, I noticed something small. Jenna's car wasn't there. Nothing out of the ordinary. Her job in event planning meant she often worked odd hours. I stepped inside, shaking off snow, calling for Max like always. But there was no answer. No sound of claws on hardwood. No wagging tail charging toward me. Nothing. That was strange. I called again, louder this time, and that's when I heard it. A muffled thump from upstairs, something scrambling, moving. I froze, then started climbing the stairs, calling Max's name. He appeared at the top, but something was off. No tail wag, no run, just stillness. His ears slightly back, eyes wide and serious, almost uneasy. "Max, what is it, buddy?" He didn't come. He turned and trotted toward our bedroom instead. When I stepped inside, the world shifted. The bed was unmade, messy in a way that didn't feel like life, but like something happened. There was a wine glass on the nightstand, and the unmistakable smell of cologne. Not mine. Max stood by the bed, tense. He barked once, then again. Then began scratching at the edge of the frame. I knelt slowly and looked underneath. There it was. A belt. A man's belt. Definitely not mine. I picked it up with shaking hands, my mind racing for logic, some excuse, some explanation. A forgotten guest, her brother, something innocent. I grabbed my phone and texted her. "Where are you?" 20 minutes passed. Her reply, "Still at the venue. Crazy day." Lie. I didn't confront her. Not that day. Not the next. I needed clarity. I needed proof. So I waited, and I watched. Over the next few days, things that once felt small now screamed at me. Her constant texting, new lingerie that had never been meant for me, the showers, the distance. Even Max had changed. He stopped running to greet her. He'd sit in the corner, still watching her, like he knew something I didn't. Then came the moment I knew I had to act. I sprayed some of her perfume on my hand and offered it to Max. He sniffed it, then growled. But when I held out her scarf, the one she wore daily, he didn't react. Something about her had changed, and Max knew. I set up a hidden camera in the bedroom. It felt wrong, like I was crossing a line. But Max's instincts, they were pushing me, warning me. 2 days later, I got the footage, Jenna, in our bed, with another man. Max was there too, pacing, whining, barking. They shoved him out. I watched it in silence, my entire reality unraveling. She had done this, in our home, in our bed, in front of the only soul who had stayed loyal, Max. I didn't sleep that night. Just sat in the living room, numb, Max curled, at my feet. The next morning, she walked in like nothing had happened. "Hey, babe," she said, kissing my cheek. "How was your night?" I looked her in the eye and said, "I know." Her face changed in an instant. "What do you mean?" "The footage," I replied. She sat down slowly, the color draining from her face. Then, the tears came. But they weren't the tears of guilt. They were the kind that come from finally letting go of a heavy, rotting secret. And then she said something I didn't expect. It wasn't the first time. I blinked. What? It's been going on for 7 months. My chest tightened. 7 months. But it didn't start like that, she insisted. It started because you stopped seeing me. You were tired, distracted. I felt invisible. So instead of talking to me, I said, you invited someone else into our bed? She looked down, ashamed. There's more. I almost couldn't breathe. What more? It's Paul, she whispered. I felt my blood run cold. My best friend? I asked. She nodded. Paul, my groomsman, my fishing buddy. I thought I might throw up. Just then, Max barked sharply from the hallway, loud, fierce. It startled both of us, and it clicked. He had known. From the very beginning. Dogs know. They sense betrayal. They feel broken trust. Max had been trying to warn me, and I hadn't listened. I walked out. Jenna followed, crying, explaining, begging. But her voice was just noise now. The truth had already spoken, and Max had spoken it first. In the days that followed, I packed my things, filed for divorce, cut ties with Paul, burned the bridge and watched it turn to ash. But I had Max, my guardian, my companion, the only soul who never betrayed me. Months later, Jenna sent me a long message. She said Paul had left her, that it wasn't love, that it was a mistake. I didn't respond, because her apology would never erase the truth. The betrayal was loud, but Max's loyalty, that was louder.